I'm David.
I'm Julie.
So thank you for joining us in this review portion of Splendor. If you haven't had a chance, please check out our how to play video and playthrough. And you'll see how punchy we get on the playthrough. That's what we're laughing about.
Yeah.
But anyway, Splendor is one of the top 20 Board Game Geek family games as of September 2019. And that's what we have behind us is a sample of the top 20 family games according to Board Game Geek users as part of our project to do videos on the top 100 family games.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the overview.
Would you like me to do it this time?
Nope, I will do it.
Okay.
It's a family game, 2 to 4 players, 30 minutes, ages 10 and up. It's a card drafting set collection by Space Cowboys, which is part of Asmodee, as just about 50% of the industry is.
Now, if you've seen our reviews, you know that I put in my likes, dislikes, whatevers, and then David will put in his. And usually we don't see each other's unless we're helping, like mainly David's helping me reword something. But otherwise, this is the first time we're going to see what each other has to say about this game. So I'm going to go first. Honey.
By the way, they probably have 50% of the sales, not for 50% of the games.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if I wonder if somebody's run the numbers on that.
I don't know.
All right, so
well,
let's take a look here.
All right. I don't like the chips. I love the chips. They're fun. The pictures are beautiful. It makes me want to have one of each jewel on me. I find this is really good. It's just a 2-player game. I know it's a 2 to 4 player game. I like it more as a 2-player game. The artwork on the cards is just phenomenal. It's just so pretty. I mean, you feel like you're right there in that era. I find it very easy to learn and super easy to play, and it can be very frustrating when you're playing more experienced players. We've played this game numerous times, and we were just talking before we started the video that I win once every 6 to 8 times we play.
And that's because you don't necessarily count the possibilities. I mean, I've been teaching you to do that, but still to do the calculations quickly and to keep that in mind as the game plays takes a certain amount of practice to do that. So someone who's more experienced, what I found out in a tournament I played, which is going to relate to one of my comments, is that when you play in a 4-player game, you basically go for the cards in the third row here. Oh. And what an experienced player will do, they'll just take this with gold, and when you're playing in a 4-player game, you have all the chips available.
Oh, that's right.
So it allows you to hoard the chips.
Sure.
Okay.
But isn't there still a limit of only 10 chips?
Yeah, I know, but again, I'm going to get to that in a moment here.
Oh,
this is what in a 4-player game tends to happen. People tend to go for these, and there's a lot more chips that you can hold to make that possible. Whereas in a 2-player game, you actually have a chance to build an engine. So that's why in the tournament, even though I won through all the rounds, in the last round I was playing like we normally play, where you build an engine. Oh yeah. And I found out why I lost. I came in 4th on the last round because people were doing that strategy. And it's like, yeah, and then when I came home, remember when I came home, I did it to you and the boys, and they didn't like playing the game anymore.
We didn't want to play with them for a really long time after that. We were not happy.
So then we revised the game to make it so that there wasn't so many. We took out
the really big ones.
We took out basically the 5s in a 4-player game.
Because it just made it it just didn't make it fun.
Because it allowed you to hoard.
Yeah.
So when we play 4 players, we won't play with the 5s. No. That's how we modify it.
Or we should make a rule you just can't. You can only get 1 card per every few turns or something. I don't know.
We just took out the cards and then it played fine.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, it's a great 2-player game that you don't have that hoarding issue which I just described. The pieces are really cool and great art. I mean, if you're old enough to gamble, there's a reason why people like to hold their chips and play with their chips especially when you play roulette and things like that.
Yeah, you can't do that at blackjack. You're not.
No.
Oh, maybe you can play with your chips.
Yeah, but it's not the same thing as some other games.
No.
It's easy to learn and play. I mean, the rule book is it's very short. I mean, look right here. You have a big picture, this much rules. I mean, look at that. I mean,
I think I even learned how to play this one.
You might have taught that, yeah.
I might have taught this one because it was my speed of how many rules I had to
So,
read.
again, I love it when you can play a game get into a game quickly like that.
Absolutely.
It's educational mathematics connections. Again, it's authentic. You're going to be making sets, which is part of logical mathematical reasoning on the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics and as part of the Common Core Standards.
I see.
Okay?
Yeah.
I was about to say No Child Left
I know. I
Behind.
thought you were going to say that too.
But that's not, they call it something else.
Oh, okay.
So the idea that you're making sets and there's these mathematical calculations, and you can play this with an 8-year-old. Yeah, 8-year-olds can handle
Oh,
it.
heck yeah.
At least that's what I think it said it was an
Well,
8-year-old.
I think it was 8, or was
Let me
it
see
10?
real quick.
I think
No,
it's
10.
8. Oh, it's 10?
But you could play this with an 8-year-old.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our kids could have played this at 8.
Oh, easily.
Easy.
And so, again, I already mentioned the negative on the 3 to 4 player strategy issues
Right.
of hoarding those three
Those
cards
big
that are worth
cards.
5.
Yeah.
Because, see, it's hard. You can't hoard them in a 2-player game easily because you only have 4 of each color.
Yeah.
So to get those 5-point cards, you need 7.
7 greens. Yeah.
Right. So it's hard to do it.
Sure.
So it encourages you to build an engine.
Yeah.
Whereas, like I mentioned, when you're playing in especially a 4-player game, you can hoard chips a lot easier.
Yeah.
So let's see how we rate this. Now, there was a time when we didn't play it. We were playing this a lot.
Yeah.
Came back from the tournament. Didn't like playing anymore. Then we removed the cards, played it for a while.
Right.
And then we got a certain game that there's on the top 100 list, the Eastern Wonders. And people said, oh, that's a Splendor killer. And we played that for a while. And then we're like, you know what?
We like Splendor better.
Let's play Splendor again. And they're like, yeah, and I actually do like Splendor better
Yeah.
than the Wonders games.
Yeah. I do too.
And when we review it, eventually we're going to talk about all 100 and we'll do a list of our ranking. I like the Eastern Wonders.
Oh, I do
game,
too. Yeah.
But I actually rather play
I
Splendor.
like this one. Yeah. I
So-
like them both.
Let's see how we rank it.
Okay. Oh, we both said very good.
Right, so we do enjoy playing it and would suggest it.
Yep.
I think that we play it less, though, at times because you don't win as much.
And that's okay. I mean, but I have to admit, it does get kind of frustrating playing this game, thinking, oh, maybe this will be the one. This will be the time I win. And you just keep you lose and you lose.
Yeah.
And finally you're like, you know what? I just need to take a
Whereas
break for a long
Azul,
time.
you're able to win at that more often. In other
Yeah.
games, you can win at more often. So
Yeah.
we do like this game out. 8's a good score out of the way Board Game Geek ranks games.
Oh, heck yeah.
The reason why it's not 9 and 10 for us is because Julie does. It's hard for Julie to play this often when she usually ends up losing.
Yeah.
And the boys, if we did play it with 4 players, we would have to remove those cards. Now, we had played with some of the expansions, so if we get 100 likes, we will do a playthrough on how to play with the expansion. So please hit a thumbs up and subscribe.
Please.
And so this is Splendor, the review. I'm David.
I'm Julie.